Now gather round, let me tell you about a machine. Not just any machine. This one's a phantom. A ghost that rides the high winds. It's born of shadows and secrets. They call it the B-2 Spirit. But to those who've seen it, it's something else entirely. It's a sliver of the night sky come to life. A silent promise. A whisper of thunder from a cloudless sky. It's the kind of thing that makes you look up and wonder. Makes you wonder what else we've got hidden away. It moves without a sound. It arrives without a warning. It's a story whispered from one generation of airmen to the next. This ain't your granddaddy's bomber, not by a long shot. The old birds, the B-52S, they were loud. They were proud. You could hear them coming from the next county over, a whole sky full of angry metal. They did their job and they did it well. But the world changed. The game got smarter. You couldn't just knock on the front door anymore. You had to find a way to slip in the back, unseen, unheard. That's where this story begins. It begins with the need for a key, a skeleton key that could unlock any door in the world, without anyone ever knowing the lock had been picked. It looks like something that fell out of the future, or maybe from another world. Smooth, black, a perfect sweeping wing, no tail to speak of, nothing to catch the eye. Nothing for an enemy's radar to grab hold of. It's more like a creature than a machine. A great dark manta ray soaring through the ocean of the sky. It cuts through the air with a purpose you can feel in your bones. It's a testament to what a country can do, what it can build when it puts its mind to it, when it decides that being second best just ain't an option. When you see it, you don't forget it. It's a sight that sticks with you. It's not just a plane. It's an idea. The idea that we can be anywhere at any time. It's the ultimate ace up the sleeve, a deterrent, a symbol of power that doesn't need to shout. Its silence is its strength. Its shape is its shield. It represents a leap forward so big it's hard to wrap your head around it. This ain't just about dropping bombs. This is about keeping the peace. It's about drawing a line in the sky and daring anyone to cross it. A true American legend. The story of the B-2 starts in the Cold War. A time of whispers and drawn curtains. We were in a staring contest with the Soviets, and neither side was blinking. We needed an edge, something they couldn't see, something they couldn't stop. The old ways weren't gonna cut it. The enemy had eyes everywhere, radars that could see for hundreds of miles, missiles that could reach the heavens. We had to build a ghost, a plane that could fly right through their backyard, and they'd never even know it was there. That was the dream. So the best minds in the country got to work, in secret, deep inside a place they called the Skunk Works, and other hidden corners of the nation. They were writing a new rule book. They took everything we thought we knew about flying and they threw it out the window. They needed a shape that could fool radar. They went back to an old idea, a flying wing. Jack Northrop dreamed it up decades before, a plane with no body, no tail, just one big, beautiful wing. Back then we couldn't make it fly right, but now we had computers, we had the brains to tame the beast. Building this thing was like putting together a billion-dollar puzzle. In the dark. Every piece had to be perfect. The skin of the plane, the engines, the paint. Everything was designed for one purpose, to be invisible. They had to invent new materials, new technologies, things the world had never seen. The cost was staggering. Folks started to wonder if it was worth it. They called it a boondoggle, a waste of money. They couldn't see the big picture. They didn't understand the kind of peace that comes from unshakable strength, a peace bought with genius and grit. Finally, after years of toil and secrecy, it was ready. It rolled out of its hangar in Palmdale, California, and the world held its breath. It didn't look real. It was a dark, alien boomerang, a piece of pure, distilled intimidation. It was the answer to a question nobody knew we were asking. It was more than a bomber. It was a statement. A declaration that American ingenuity knew no bounds. It was the spirit of America, ready to take flight, ready to stand watch over the world, a silent guardian born from a time of conflict. So what makes this bird so special? It's not just one thing, it's everything, working together in perfect harmony. First, there's that shape, the flying wing. It's a thing of beauty, sure, but it's also a work of genius. A normal plane has wings, a body, a tail, lots of sharp angles, lots of flat surfaces. All those pieces act like mirrors for radar waves. They bounce the signal right back to the enemy. "Here I am!" they shout. But the B-2, it has no sharp angles, just smooth flowing curves. It's designed to scatter those radar waves, to send them off in every other direction, anywhere but back to the source. Then there are the engines, 4 of them, buried deep inside the wing. You can't see them from the ground. This is important. Heat-seeking missiles look for the hot exhaust from a jet engine. The B-2 cools its exhaust, it mixes it with cold air, and it vents it out over the top of the wing. So from below, there's no heat trail to follow. It's like a coyote covering its tracks in the snow. It's thinking one step ahead of the hunter. It's not just about being invisible to radar. It's about being invisible to every kind of eye, electronic or otherwise. And the skin of this plane is a marvel. It's a special material, a composite that actually absorbs radar energy. It doesn't just deflect it, it soaks it up like a sponge. The radar signal goes in, but it doesn't come out. They say the radar signature of a B-2 is about the size of a bumblebee. Think about that. A 172-foot wide bomber, flying at 50,000 feet. And to the enemy's screen, it looks no bigger than an insect. That's not just stealth, that's black magic. That's how you become a ghost in the machine. But it's not just about hiding. This bird can carry a heavy punch. It can fly 6,000 miles without refueling, cross oceans, cross continents. It can deliver its payload with pinpoint accuracy, then turn around and fly home, all without anyone knowing it was ever there. It combines range, payload, and stealth in a way no other plane in history ever has. It's a long-range sniper. It can take the shot from halfway around the world. It's the quiet professional, the one you send when failure is not an option, a true marvel of modern engineering. When you put the B-2 up against other bombers, it's like comparing a Shadow to a freight train. The B-52 Stratofortress is a legend, a big, tough workhorse. It can carry a mountain of bombs, but it announces its arrival with a roar. The B-1 Lancer is a speed demon, a sleek, fast mover that can hug the ground. But the B-2 plays a different game. It doesn't rely on toughness or speed. It relies on being the one thing the enemy can't prepare for, the thing they can't see. It changed the very definition of air power. It made every fortress vulnerable. Its importance to America can't be overstated. It's a symbol, a promise. It tells our allies that we're watching over them. It tells our enemies that there is no place to hide. It's a key part of our nation's defense, the tip of the spear. In a dangerous world, it provides a sense of security, knowing that the spirit is out there, patrolling the dark. It's the ultimate peacekeeper, a weapon so powerful, its greatest virtue is that it rarely has to be used. Its mere existence prevents conflicts. It keeps the wolves at bay, just by being there. The B-2 has already carved its place in history. It flew its first combat missions over Kosovo, then Afghanistan, and Iraq. And most recently it flew a daring mission over Iran, a massive success that made history. Each time it performed its duty flawlessly. It flew from its home base in Missouri, struck its targets with precision, and returned home safely, proving the concept, proving the value of stealth. It demonstrated that America could project its power anywhere in the world, at any time, with overwhelming force, and with minimal risk to its brave pilots. It lived up to every promise that was made when it was just a dream on a blueprint. So when you look up at the night sky, remember the ghost. Remember the spirit. It's more than just an airplane. It's the culmination of a dream, a testament to American vision, and a guardian of our freedom. It's a story of secrets and shadows, of courage and innovation. The B-2 is a legend written across the heavens, a silent warrior that will continue to stand watch for generations to come. Its legacy is not just in the battles it has fought, but in the peace it has preserved. And that, my friends, is a story worth telling, a story for the ages.